It is a pleasure to see you again on my CryptoQ Media channel. Here we are, just beyond 54 cents, and we are still following Bitcoin. See the graph, that's where we dove further. A look at the Bitcoin chart also reveals an upward trend, a precipitous decline, and subsequent sideways movement. Right now, XRP is just like Bitcoin, but when Bitcoin's price falls in the future, XRP will have already beaten it during alt season. And if 2017 and 2018 are any indication, Bitcoin will most certainly be at the top once again. This occurred at a distant time. This comes from the Black Swan capitalist. Since I haven't noticed a crypto bull run leading up to a fall, I anticipate a market risk crash, perhaps concealed by a manufactured incident. This is going to get things started. One point is universally acknowledged. We need to be ready for a major setback and some bad news before we take off. In addition, that data will forever be up for sale. It is not feasible to sell news. After you see XRP plummeting or bad news just before it happens, hold on, we'll go up from there. People are requesting it once again this cycle because that happened before. In her opening remarks at Ripple's Monica Long covered the reasons why digital assets and blockchain technology are being adopted by institutions at a rapid pace, with both sets of trends predicted to reach new levels in 2024. This means that by 2024, institutional adoption will have gained momentum for regulatory certainty on a global scale. Global is a word that needs some consideration. I continue to believe that crypto laws will have global applicability until that day comes. Wall Street's acceptance of Bitcoin and other digital currencies as valid investment vehicles. Tokenization of real-world assets. Tokenization needs to take off, and I'm willing to wait for it to. It will be a major turning point for XRP and other utility-based cryptocurrencies. Oh my God! According to a new report from the Bank of Russia, XRP will be used for brick-based cross-border transactions. Even though I was skeptical at first, after reading the white paper that came with it, I could see how important XRP was to the case. I am cognizant of the fact that Ripple already has many rails integrated in bricks. Because of their history of working with Ripple, the Russians have a good grasp of XRP and everything it can do. However, before I can proceed, I require further details regarding this. This information seems to be out of current, therefore I would appreciate any updates you may provide. Although I do not consider this to be current knowledge, I am aware that bricks will utilize XRP in due time. Those rails embedded in the brickwork have a function. A huge Ripple ad campaign takes London digital. It was quickly pointed out by several that those are Ripple ads. Brad and David have both said that XRP is essential to Ripple's operations, even if it's unconnected to XRP. And trust me when I tell that Ripple is hard at work preparing the platform for XRP to operate on, and that we will get extremely wealthy off of those rails. Scammers are getting a clear message from Google's crackdown on crypto fraud apps: nothing will change unless we do something. Fortunately, it seems like Google is starting to remove all of the fraudulent applications from its store. Wish YouTube had that feature. Chris Larson and Brad Garlinghouse, who employ AI, are incessantly posting videos on YouTube claiming to multiply your XRP holdings by a factor of 4. I fail to understand why YouTube permits this. A complete fraud. The time has come for these scam artists to cease taking advantage of their victims. How are they going to cover the costs? Why? Reason being, people are still falling for these schemes. Even when things appear to be one thing, they aren't necessarily so. Once the necessary regulatory clearances are obtained, RLUSD will be available for purchase worldwide to institutions and users from Bitstamp, Bitso, MoonPay, Ender, Surrender, Reserve Coin, Mina, and Bullish. Ripple does not currently allow you to buy RLUSD directly. Although it has not gone online as yet, it will be available on the exchanges. It remains a mystery to you. You can purchase real-life USD, which are appearing in ads everywhere, by hitting this link. Those are blatant scams. If you want to cash out your cryptocurrency holdings at any time, you can convert them into RLUSD. I promised in yesterday's video that we will be able to reach one once RLUSD gets online, and now we're halfway there. Following that, we will continue to ascend. I think RLUSD will be very beneficial to XRP since it is commercially viable and blends the safety of fiat money with the immutability of blockchain technology to enable rapid, globally resolved payments. On demand, always, with no middlemen, simple on-off ramps, and fiat to crypto conversion capabilities. The worth of tangible items can be accessed through tokenization. Assuming, of course, that this takes off. I no longer buy cryptocurrency by sending USDC to my bank. For the time being, I plan to buy cryptocurrencies with RLUSD transferred to my bank account, and if I ever need to cash out a little bit of cryptocurrency, I can convert it back into RLUSD. That is the aspect that interests me the most. The sender of this message is Eric. I was told to investigate this by him. I believe it's critical to emphasize that RLUSD mediates dollar transfers between the digital asset world and the analog, traditional, or fiat money world. Global payment settlement and the tokenization of tangible assets such as bonds, properties, and securities are the two most compelling use cases for RLUSD, as stated by Long. Of course, a lot of people would say that they were hoping XRP would finally accomplish that. In order to transfer tokenized assets, bridge currency is essential. One medium-term tool is Ruby. It adds another level of reliability as well. Just as Russia distrusts China, I continue to say that BRICS will use XRP or a comparable cryptocurrency. Putin is not someone China can put their faith in. As a result, they will need some assurance when dealing with money. Because of this, XRP was created. My deepest congratulations are with you. On the RLUSD advisory board, you can find Chris Larsen and Sheila Bair, who was the chair of the FDIC before. She was named the second most powerful woman in the world by Forbes magazine for 2 years in a row. This woman's appointment as chair of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation from 2006 to 2011 brought fame to her, although she could have found employment anywhere in the world. Instead of going to any of a lot of other places, she decided to work for Ripple. What do you think the reasons were for her behavior? There is nothing she hasn't seen, just like Rosie Rios. For the simple reason that Rosie Rios is merely another. She could have found work elsewhere if she had desired to join Ripple's board. Because of their innate ability to predict events. In their eyes, XRP is the currency of the future. They are cognizant of the fact that RippleNet will make international money transfers easier. Your interest in the outcome is evident from the very glance at that. The Federal Reserve Bank of Philadelphia summoned Ripple's Chris Larsen and Brad Garlinghouse to speak. The 8th annual FinTech conference is being presented. You will learn about real-world tokenization of assets, tokenized deposits, banks, BaaS, and the potential influence of FinTech on the future of finance, among other things. Look at who else is there, that's why I'm bringing this up now. Bloomberg, Goldman Sachs, the Policy Institute, and the initiative to create a digital currency worth $1 trillion. Beneath that, you can make out the following: Coinbase, the Bank of Canada, New York University, the Federal Reserve, and the Bank of Philadelphia. Sitting down at a table with other powerful people at this event makes it impossible to ignore the fact that Ripple and XRP represent the future. Ripple is always in the spotlight for a reason. They're set to cause a major shakeup in the financial system. They will also be releasing a major update for SWIFT. The Ripple payment network's inner workings are also explained by James Wallace. Forecasted volume of trades for the US dollar, Ripple, Mexican peso, and Nari peso. Let him explain it first, and then I'll show you what I see. Our greatest cutting-edge innovation thus far is the ability to send money across national boundaries using XRP, a cryptocurrency. Our approach does away with the requirement to pre-fund accounts under the old correspondent banking paradigm, which meant that potentially billions of dollars may be available in so-called nostro accounts for international money transfers. We might achieve this without resorting to the outmoded correspondent banking method by swiftly exchanging US dollars for XRP and then XRP for other currencies, such Mexican pesos. You are the reason why my video was noticed. It means a lot to me that you've subscribed and watched my channel. Until then, take care.